So, it's going to be this. We get excited, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun to see. Now, the thing about the Bears, that division, the Packers are on the come up, right? Jordan Love, that team made some noise last year. And now they did lose Aaron Jones. I believe Aaron Jones is now in Minnesota, which is in the same division. But I have no idea who Minnesota's quarterback is since Kirk Cousins went to Atlanta. But that division is Detroit is in that division, and clearly they're going to be the unanimous favorite to win that division, hands down. They just got the best cornerback in the draft last week. Detroit is going to be a nuisance, not just in that division, but in the NFL. But those Chicago-Detroit games this year are going to be fun to watch. And even
Yes, they are.
And even when Chicago plays Green Bay, right? We're going to be certainly getting together and going live during a lot of these games on a week-to-week basis. There's going to be so much fun. And that's what collectively about the NFL, credit to Goodell, right? The league is so much more competitive than it was in the early 2000s.
There's no one dominating
correct, right?
team, which is what I love. Nobody wants to see another Patriots.
That's right. Yep.
7, 8, 9-year dynasty. Nobody wants to see a KFC dynasty. Not because we.
Did you just say KFC?
I'm sorry. Did I see? Did I say? Nobody wants to see a Kansas City dynasty.
Yeah.
And it goes. And I talk a lot about this with Tiger Woods and golf.
You do,
right?
Yes. Yep.
I'm sick of seeing Tiger Woods in every single tournament.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
He's not playing well.
Yep.
Move
on.
He can barely walk.
Yep.
Get over it.
Yep.
He's done. Okay. I would rather see a diverse field of several great players where the PGA is forced to cut to continuously. So we can really grow to appreciate the game again rather than focusing on one single player. Tom Brady ran the NFL for how many years?
20
freaking years.
Yep.
All we heard was Tom Brady this, Tom Brady. It's like, if you don't like Tom Brady or the Patriots, I'm fucking done with the NFL.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know why the media does it. I really don't.
No.
You'd think they would rather diversify so Bears fans can get into it. Raiders fans can get, because again, if I'm a fan of a team who you never talk about, listen, I'll see you next year.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah.
And the ratings are going to plummet.
And that's where credit again to the whole league and the commissioner to an extent, because it used to be going into every single year, you just kind of knew, right, who was going to win, especially at the divisional level. You just knew there were certain teams that didn't stand a chance. There were certain teams that were trash.
Right.
Now you look across the league, and it has to start with the divisions, right? You have to build this thing from the ground up, right? So most, not all, most divisions are exceptionally competitive now.
Right. Yeah.
And to your point, Matt, you got all of these scenarios. If you look at the playoffs last year, so many playoff games, I don't know the exact number. Again, we're not a stat show, but so many playoff games last year, so many were decided by one or two possessions.
Yeah.
Right?
Or one or two penalties.
Right. And from the beginning of the playoffs all the way to the end, versus historically, going into the playoffs, you knew that this team was going to get smoked. You knew that they didn't stand a chance whatsoever. So that's what makes this great, just as fans going forward. We're excited for the Bears. We're excited for all these teams. Even being fans of, our own respective teams, it's just good to see, all of these teams. The Lions, I mean, my God, I'm a 42-year-old man, and the Lions have been terrible for my whole adult
John
life.
McConnell just said way too early, but I would love to see Buffalo and Detroit in the Super Bowl this year.
There you go. How would that be?
Year-old man, and the Lions have been terrible for my entire life.
There you go.
How many of us were rooting for the Lions this year?
Everybody was.
Everyone.
Everybody
I would have loved to see the Lions.
But the great thing about the Lions was the head coach.
Yeah.
That is a man you want to play for.
Yeah.
Right? He got his guys riled up. He handled the press. And I think a lot of people gravitated towards the Lions because Dan Campbell is just a leader of men, right? And he got those guys to rally behind Jared Goff and all those folks. And that's a great point from John. I mean, certainly as Bills fans, we don't care who the opponent is. We would just love to get to the Super Bowl again, right?
Yeah.
But and that almost, now, I shouldn't say almost because we got bumped in the first round.
And I will tell you this for the record: we get to the Super Bowl, we will win it. First time.
Yeah?
First time.
You're going to call on that?
I'm calling it right now.
Okay.